Good morning, guys. It's View from the Pew. It is Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. We're looking at the commands of Christ found in the Gospel of Mark. And we are working our way through Mark chapter 7 and a conversation and an encounter that Jesus has and a confrontation he has with the Pharisees and also the people with regard to defilement. And we talked about worshiping him in vain yesterday and the danger of that when our lips express one thing and our hearts say another. And something we've always got to take a look in the spiritual mirror and do is examine our heart. Where is your heart? But it's also a matter of what do you choose to make the authority in your life, because you have traditions, you have things that are handed down, and we may know the reason of them or not know the reason of them. And the reason may be justifiable or it may not. But then there is truth. And by truth, I mean God's revealed truth in his word. And truth must always trump tradition. Truth must always trump tradition. And that, I think, is what Jesus is going to say in this implied command from this conversation. We're going to take it up in Mark 7, verse 8, and we'll go through verse 13. Listen to what he says. He's just told them they worship him in vain, quoted from Isaiah, as a matter of fact. And then he says, you've done this because of this. For laying aside the commandment of God, you hold the tradition of men. The washing of pitchers and cups and many other such things you do. Verse 9. He said to them, all too well you reject the commandment of God that you may keep your tradition. For Moses said, and here's the command of God, the truth, honor your father and your mother, and he who curses father or mother, let him be put to death. But you say, if a man says to his father or mother, whatever profit you might have received from me is Corban, that is a gift to God, then you no longer let him do anything for his father or his mother, making the word of God of no effect through your tradition, which you have handed down, and many such things you do. So the idea of Corban is an interesting one. It's a Hebrew term meaning given to God. It refers to any gift or sacrifice or money or goods an individual vowed to dedicate specifically to God. As a result of such dedication, the money or goods could be used only for sacred purposes. So imagine this, your mom and dad is in need, you can help them out, but the money that you have been led to believe you need to dedicate or give to God. And if you do that, then what happens to your parents? And Jesus says that's one of the examples of hypocrisy that you have, where you have put a tradition, this Corban thing, above truth, which is honoring your father and your mother and the danger of cursing them, which leads to your death. So my question to you is this: what's the ultimate authority in your life? Is it just the things you've always done, the traditions you have, even if they're good things? Is it, I would even say this, there is God's law and there's man's law. Which is the ultimate authority in your life? Is it God's revealed truth? Is it God's law? Or is it the commandments of men? Because Jesus expects his followers to embrace truth and not tradition. Because the goal here is not pleasing men, it's pleasing God. So are you embracing truth? Are you obeying truth? Because that's what Jesus is looking for most of all. Tomorrow we'll look at one more aspect of this, and that's receiving the message and understanding the principles behind defilement. But I hope that you'll think about the importance of the authority of the Word of God in your life and what place it holds today. If you get a chance to join us tomorrow night, we are walking through the New Testament. I believe we're in Mark 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're in this particular passage we're looking at. So if you get a chance to join us for that, that'll be a great study. 6:15 p.m. in person and on Facebook. And it'll be Facebook Live, so you can share prayer requests as well. 6:15 p.m. So it's rainy out today in our neck of the woods. I hope that if you're in our area, you'll be careful when you drive. It's cooler too. Hopefully the next few days will be sunnier, but we are grateful for the rain while we've got it. And I pray that God will bless you, and I pray that you will have a great Tuesday.